Hello, how are you? Welcome again to Tayste Local. My name is Taylor Morgan. So great to have you here today. Are you even here yet? I don't think I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking to my new friend, Pee-wee. See every oh wait, that's not Pee-wee. That's Fluffy, and Pee-wee's over there. I had to do something because I'm not out of toilet paper anymore, so I didn't have to put the toilet paper and the paper towels back there anymore. So I invited my roommates to sit in with me on day 937. We have an unbelievable show for you today. This is a show where we talk to restaurant owners and chefs, and we give them the exposure that they deserve and that they need, because what they have been through is absolutely pure hell. And we just wanted to do something nice for them, to help them out the other side and make it through, because it's all about supporting local. I said this a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to say it again. Can you imagine a world where there were only big box stores and chain restaurants? What a horrible world that would be. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen, and that's why this show exists. We have some really, really great guests coming up, and I'll tell you about them in a second. But first, I am the owner of LocalDines.com, and I got to tell you what's going on with Local Dines. We basically shut off all sales of gift certificates to restaurants on March 21st. Really, I think it's like day 55 that we have had zero revenue. But you know what? It's okay. Got some PPP money, so we can make it through. But what I didn't want to do with Local Dines was sell gift certificate while restaurants weren't open. Now restaurants are reopening in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. So people are saying, so Taylor, why aren't you selling certificates? Well, while restaurants are only open at 25%, they need every single dime they can get, inside and outside. So I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So we're going to hold off on selling dining certificates. But a lot of people are also emailing me saying, what about the certificates that we already bought? Can we use them? So far, all of the restaurants that I've talked to said, yes, it's okay if they come in and use them, but I would definitely call ahead of time. Some of the restaurants are not accepting them at this point. Some are even taking them for takeout. So if you have a Local Dines certificate and you want to use it, please just call the restaurant, okay? If it's about to expire, we'll do what we always do, which is we'll extend it for you for a 90-day period. All you have to do is email us at info@localdines.com, and we'll help you out with that. Okay, so that's what's going on with Local Dines. In the meantime, in order to help local restaurants, we're doing this. And we heard from Kirby's Sports Grill in Juneau yesterday. And I got to tell you, they celebrated their 16th year anniversary in solitude on April 20th. And they're now open. They started this week. They're open for dine-in and takeout. So if you're looking for great crab cakes, Sean Kirby is the man. He's from Maryland. They are the best. They're in Juneau Beach at the Plaza La Mer. So go in and give Sean and Fiddle and all the Kirby girls a socially distanced hug and kiss and support Kirby's Sports Grill in Juneau Beach. Zuccarelli's is open. They are doing outdoors only, as far as I know. Olympia and her parents have been open almost 40 years, and they are actually in the process of putting a new air filtration system in the restaurant, and you're going to see a lot of restaurants doing this in the near future. But they are open, and they have outdoor dining with tables spaced really far apart on their patio, which is undercover. The Mai Kai in Fort Lauderdale, well, they're in Broward, so they're still closed. But they have been doing takeout this whole time. And what they've been doing is, you go to the Mai Kai for the cocktails and the poo-poo platters and stuff like that. And you can still get all that stuff. But I got an email this morning, and it said that you can now buy the Mai Kai's cocktails by the gallon. Woohoo! So party at my Kai or somewhere at home. So you can check that out on their Facebook page. Juno Beach Fish House opens tomorrow. They've been closed this entire time. They will be reopening for dine-in tomorrow, Friday, May 15th at 4:30 p.m. with the strictest safety protocols and lobster. And the best rolls, those hot rolls, and that wonderful olive oil dipping sauce that they make right there. And if you ask very kindly, they will even give you some to take home. I mean, you have to buy it, but you know, it's really good. You can't even try to make it yourself at home. I tried it. Well, I suck at cooking. So anyway, 1000 North in Jupiter is going to be opening on Monday, May 18th. Both guests and staff will be required to have their temperature taken as a precaution, guests and staff. So that's what's happening as far as I know. There's a ton more, but we have some incredible guests to get to. And a matter of fact, there's some kind of a surprise, and I'm not sure what it is, but I know that Ruby, I'm going to ask her to fly in. Hey, Rubes.
Hi, Taylor.
You. Well, you found out that tomorrow's my birthday.
I did.
And can you give me a little hint? Because I love surprises, but I hate surprises at the exact same time. Any kind of hint? I know you've got something, someone. Is it a cake? Is it a socially distanced cake?
I wish it was a cake, but I couldn't get one to you from Nashville. So I had to do what I think is better than a cake, but I don't think I'm going to spoil it for you. I don't think I can give away any hints.
Okay, so that's coming up at the end of the show?
Yes, at the end of the show, I'll pop back on. I'll give a little introduction. You'll probably scream, but screams of joy, and then the surprise will be revealed.
Okay, well, we do actually know. I know it's a musical guest, but I have so many favorites, and I don't even know how you would know who I would like. But anyway, we'll figure that out. Thank you, sweetheart. She's great. And Judy's great too. She's back at the ranch. And before I get to the guests, I want to tell you that next Tuesday, we're actually going to go to once a week. Doing it twice a week while the restaurants are starting to reopen. It's a little bit harder for them. So next week, we're going to keep the show on Tuesdays. However, next week on Tuesday, my building is doing fire drills from 10 to 4. So don't you know, they're all going to happen between 2 and 3 while I'm on the air. So next week only, we're going to move this show to Wednesday from 2 to 3, or whenever the hell I stop talking. Okay. All right. So today's guests, we have Kenny Gibbs. Kenny is the owner, the former owner of Twisted Tuna up in Port Salerno. Extremely popular restaurant up there. He's now opening a Twisted Tuna in Jupiter. We're going to find out what's going there. And he just reopened FireFin on PGA. It's the old Carmine's location. It's been closed this whole time. They just reopened, and we'll show you around what's going on at both of those locations, and we'll talk to Kenny. We're also going to talk to Allison Lawler. She's at Bobby Rubino's in Stuart, and who doesn't remember Bobby Rubino's, those fall off the bone baby back ribs and those onion loaf things, and that's going to be awesome. They are now open for dine-in and takeout. And my first guest, he's a serial entrepreneur. He started a lawn mowing company when he was 10 years old, okay? So he's been doing this for a long time. He's the founder of Pizza Fusion, which is a company that he took public. He's a partner at Subculture Restaurant Group, co-owner of Kapow Noodle Bar and the Dubliner. And with his wife, Angela, they own Dugan and Dame, which is an online e-commerce site that sells organic olive oils and vinegars and tonics and teas and handcrafted spices and all kinds of cool stuff like that. But as impressive as that all is, he's a devoted husband. He's an amazing father, and he is a humanitarian. And it's people like Vaughan Dugan that make Palm Beach County a better place to live. And I want to show you right now what he and his partners at Subculture Restaurant Group have been doing since March 21st.
and food insecure.
This is a perfect storm, the 50-state hurricane.
The staggering rise in food insecurity, those long lines we've been seeing all week tell a devastating story. It's playing out across the country.
Miles and miles.
That makes two, right?
Yeah. Thinking, that's our song? It starts all the way at that intersection by Lake Avenue. It takes a right down by the edge of my finger there. Miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Miles and miles.
We're going to start a grocery service out of our warehouse on Georgia Ave.
Everyone coming together. Very easy concern for helping hand in food. Back with the mouth.
Tough time.
I was furloughed at my job 30 days ago, and I've been struggling to eat. I'm food insecure, 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 food insecure.
No words. No words at all. Let me introduce to you Vaughan Dugan from Subculture Restaurant Group, Kapow, Dubliner, and 700 other things. Vaughan, no words.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I said I wasn't going to cry, but you had to throw the video in.
Yeah. And I actually had to get up during the video and go get a tissue because what you guys are doing is, I mean, you're having a record year, and then all of a sudden this hits, and the entire business model is now helping feed hungry, out of work restaurant workers.
Yeah.
In one day.
Yep.
Can you talk about that? Because it's insane.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, I can't even take credit for it. You know, my partner Rodney is an absolute. This is him. This is why I became his partner. The second this all just kind of took the entire industry to its knees, Rodney knew exactly what had to happen. He always seems to do that. He did it with the hurricane relief last year. And a lot of us, you know, thought he was crazy. I was one of them. You know, I admittedly, I was like, I don't know what you're doing. Shouldn't we be trying to save our businesses? And he's like, look, this is already long gone. That ship sailed. We've got a lot of other people that we need to help. And so one by one, we just started shutting down the restaurants, and one by one converting them over to helping the community. And it started out helping all of our out of work hospitality brothers and sisters, but such a greater need.
And yeah, so that's what it was for the first couple of weeks. It was, you know, the out of work restaurant people who didn't have any food.
Yeah.
The stories that came out were just heart-wrenching. I mean, the anguish that we could see on all of your faces. And now it's actually blossomed, if that's not the right word, but now it's become not just restaurant hospitality industry workers. It's anybody that needs a meal.
Yep. Anyone that needs a nourishing meal. There's, you know, we all know somebody that's been affected by this in one way, shape, or form. So from all of the locations that are serving right now, we're not only serving people that are driving up in their cars, walking up and asking for meals, no questions asked, we give them to them. We're also helping serve a lot of the community organizations, a lot of the homeless shelters. There's some vet shelters that we're working with. There's so many organizations that desperately need our help. I mean, obviously, when this first happened, a lot of the volunteers that work in some of these food banks and food shelters and whatnot are on the older side, so they've played it safe and they stayed home. So the volunteers aren't at any of these food banks and whatnot to help. So they've been crippled as well. So when it's needed the most, like the people that are served couldn't keep up with the demand, both from a supply chain standpoint and a volunteer standpoint. So, you know, Rodney identified that with some partners right away, and we went after and started to help serve all of these organizations. From I think as far west, we were in like Pahokee, Belglade, all the way down to Miami. We're taking meals down. In communities here in Boca Raton, we're serving meals to places like Boca Helping Hands, which has been here forever, and they're well established, and to know that even it's affected them to where they needed our help too. So it's been humbling to even be able to help those people too.
Wow. It started at Howley's.
Yep.
Then, I mean, the lines were so long that you guys opened up which other restaurants, and are they still doing it out at all?
So as of, and I'll give you the quick history. So obviously the demand was so great, and what it allowed us to do too is it allowed us to put people back to work.
Yes.
So we, I think to date we've re-employed 100 of our 650 plus people back to work. A lot of them, obviously, some of the skilled positions, some front of the house positions, helping facilitate this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I started at Howley's, then we went over to Dubliner and Hullabaloo on Clementa Street. From Dubliner and Hullabaloo, we went down to Kapow and Dubliner. Kapow and Dubliner in Meisner Park. Georgia, which is a new concept Rodney's working on right now, off of Georgia Ave.
Like nothing else to do.
Yeah, I mean, he saves the world and opens up a new restaurant every month. But
it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And but talk about someone, he just knew what was happening. It was amazing. Like I said, I take zero credit for it. He's just that's what he does. He leads with his heart. He drags us all along with him, and we realize halfway into it why we're doing it, and we're all glad we did. And it's crazy. My first day was.
How many how many meals a day are you guys now serving?
About 10,000, if I'm not mistaken, throughout the whole group. So each location's anywhere between like 1,200 and 2,500 meals.
Wow.
On a daily basis. And I'd say it's at least down in Boca, I can comment a little bit better on those because I'm there every day. It's about 2,000 meals, and it's split almost evenly down the middle between people that drive up and walk up and the local community meals. So it's about 1,000 meals to the community groups and 1,000 to the people that drive up. I will say now that businesses are kind of getting back on their feet, we're certainly not turning our back on anybody. We're just trying to consolidate some of this. We're getting much better at logistics. We've got some amazing community partners. Every one of these broadline distributors like Cisco, Cheney Brothers, there hasn't been anyone really that hasn't tried to rally behind us to help us out. And it's been a team effort. It's not one distributor against the other. Who can help? What can we do? And it's been amazing to watch that happen too.
It's incredible that this whole thing is less than 2 months old. It's actually, hold on, it's 937 days old, but doesn't it feel like it?
It feels longer than that.
God, it's insane. But what's going to happen? I mean, if people want to know, is Howley's going to reopen, or is it going to continue this for a little while because it's only the 25%, or what's the plan?
So I can't speak specifically to that. I do know that Howley's really is kind of HQ for us right now. So I don't see that, at least right in the immediate future, shutting down and converting back to Howley's. Because again, like I said, we're committed to doing this. I know Rodney's committed to doing this. We're really just trying to focus on becoming more efficient. Like you said, this just happened 2 months ago. And, we've got logistics people in place. We've got volunteer coordinators in place. It's every bit of a professional operation, an emergency effort that you would probably imagine. And, I'm even shocked at seeing how organized we are at times.
It's amazing. He had a website up on the March 21st. I now see that it's been redone.
Oh yeah.
He had a logo by it's taken me a whole year to do our logo for the new thing that we're launching. But my God,
and I got again. I think Manny from Think and that whole crew. We've partnered with so many amazing people that have helped out, and you got to give. He's on the board as well. And we definitely could not have done this on our own. We certainly did not have the capacity or the bandwidth. And I think at the time, at least for me, again, Rodney, he definitely sees the forest through the trees where most of us don't. And while most of us are probably crawling in a closet trying to figure out what was going to happen tomorrow, he was putting all of this in motion, and it was, again, it's impressive.
It is impressive. And do you still need donations? Do you still need?
Yeah, absolutely. I think more than anything, we definitely need the financial assistance. That's the number one thing. We're still purchasing food. Obviously, as you can imagine, in the beginning, there's a ton of food sitting in these warehouses of these distributors that were going to go bad. They were shutting their operations down. So we had a ton of donations from the food suppliers in the beginning. Now they're all coming back online to get their own businesses back. We're purchasing most of the food ourselves. So donations have dwindled in terms of product, and so have the dollars. So we need the dollars the most right now to help continue the operation. The biggest wake up call for me was how I don't want to say horrible, because horrible is the wrong word. It's just that the food bank system down here is just overwhelmed. It's broken.
Yeah.
It's corrupt. If I'm going to go on record and say it, there's a lot of, it's
Wow.
horrible, and it's not going anywhere.
Isn't it terrible that something like this has to happen for that to be exposed?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Rodney has made such a difference. And this is, I think he's going to continue with it after he reopens. This is his new passion.
Without hesitation.
Yeah.
There's no question. And again, knowing Rodney and knowing like his personality and his resilience to all of this stuff, I thought I didn't sleep. I don't think he actually does it all, but there's no question that regardless of what he does with Howley's, this wasn't a fly-by-night thing for him to get on the news. This is something he,
of course not.
If anything, if you know Rodney, he actually shies away from the news. He doesn't.
Yes.
He doesn't like
I
to brag.
can't get him on the show. I can't get him. I got Scott. I got you. Yeah. He's not what he does. I know.
Both of them, Scott and I've been friends with Scott for a long time, and both of him, him and I, we talk several times a day. But when this first happened, it was both of us were like, what's going on? What do we do next?
Right.
With them. Both of them are like two of the greatest people I know, and Scott's become like family, and and this is what happens. These are the guys that I always say there's no bad business with good people, and these are like two phenomenal human beings, and I'm proud to be their partner.
And you are their partner in many restaurants. Well, I think you do Kapow, Dubliner.
Yep. And then Kapow is my primary focus. And obviously we're looking, right before all this happened, we were looking at locations in Delray and Fort Lauderdale. And so
what's going on? Kapow now, focus open, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. As of Monday, we're at 25% capacity. I got to give a shout out to Meisner Park and the city of Boca Raton for stepping up. They're shutting down the streets for at least 2 weeks starting this Friday. Allowing us to bring in additional outdoor seating to help us make up the difference that we've lost with the 25%. That's great. We talk about, everyone from the city council members of the city to Meisner Park. Most when you hear horror stories about some landlords, these folks have stepped up to the plate to get behind us and really be a part of keeping all of us alive right now. So we're grateful.
And people want to know, when is Clematis going to be opened?
We're working on that right now. We're actually putting the team back together. We'll probably see us working in the restaurant as early as Monday, just trying to get the team back in there. So I'd probably safe to say the following week.
Okay. And
we're ready. The 500 block right now is being torn up.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing that it's happening in the summertime. It's a curse that it's happening when we kind of need to get back to work and get people back to work. So it is. We're just happy to get back.
And Donna's opening tonight.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
That's going to do great. Local haunt for everybody.
Yeah, and lots of outdoor seating. I call the banyan tree. That's my seat. Oh, or maybe that Mickey Mouse thing you do that goes like this.
Yes. It's a drink in your hand.
Oh yeah. So I'm sure everybody wants to know what the safety precautions are. And I saw what you posted yesterday. And Ruby, I'm going to ask you to put up the health thing. Okay. What is this?
So in addition to all of the other protocol that the government has put in place, whether it's at a county or state level, our goal was to exceed all of that for two reasons. One, we want you to feel comfortable, because we realize that people coming back to the restaurant was going to be 100% based upon the comfort level and their confidence in those restaurants. Mm-hmm. So if they're not confident that they're going to go into a safe environment to eat with their family, they're not coming. I know some people overkill the big lists, but we wanted to kind of show people initially what we were doing. So obviously, we're doing all the 6 foot distancing from tables, sanitizing everything. We're practicing safe hand washing practices and glove change practices. That's a heated topic right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to change gloves properly. So it's actually better to do bare hands and wash those. So we've put in separate protocol in place depending on what that employee chooses. The image you just showed up on the screen is every single employee that walks into our building gets checked for their temperature. They're asked a series of questions. Obviously, for certain, personal privacy reasons, we don't publish like what those things are, but it just shows that every person is passed those different checks before they walk in the building, and we do log that. We will provide that information at any given time that it's asked. Single-use menus. There's a million things. I mean, and unfortunately, people are excited to get back out. We've had to police the area. I think we're doing an above average job, and people still abuse it. They still think it's a bar. And, I tell people all the time, I'm there every night, and I'm like, look, I have two people I have to go home to that I care for, my wife and my son. And I'm not going to let you ruin it over a drink at the bar. It's not.
Hold on, I got a picture of the wife and the son. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, and you are the best dad ever. We know I don't have a picture. Oh, I put it in late. Anyway, he's so cute.
Thank you.
Literally, is he 4 now?
He's 4. He'll be 5 in October. So.
Oh, Basil.
Yep.
Or is it Basil?
It's Basil.
It's Basil, as in
it's a family name.
Phone.
Yeah, it's a family name. It was my wife's grandfather's name, and it's funny. A lot of people, they think because we're in the restaurant business, we were trying to be really cool and hip and call him Basil, but it's actually Basil. So
Basil. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we know that when you go to any of the subculture restaurants, that the highest protocol of safety is going to be undertaken. You put something out on your Facebook page yesterday about the whole glove thing, and it was. Would you feel more comfortable wearing with servers wearing or not wearing gloves? And overwhelmingly, it was.
Actually, it's funny. It was overwhelmingly even.
Oh, was it? Oh, everything I saw said no gloves, no gloves. No gloves.
I'm sorry. So it was a little skewed. So part of why I asked, and I won't take long, I promise. I knew the answer to this. The proper, in my opinion, this is just me. And if you talk to healthcare professionals like surgeons and doctors and nurses, they'll tell you that those things are really meant for healthcare professionals. And we should be washing our hands regularly. We should be washing them in between every time we go to a table. Before you touch food, sanitize your hands prior to the table, or we're doing it at the table. Again, it's more of a kind of a visual, an optic thing for us to do as well. Gloves are easily cross-contaminated. They get disgusting. But again, you can properly change gloves out. And the kind of the underlying joke, and it's not a joke, but the underlying thing that I was kind of hoping that would come out of this is like, people don't realize that, I'd rather see somebody hand washing their hands, because when they wear gloves, they're not going to properly change and wash their gloves. And I was like, so you're basically saying that person that you think will change their gloves will also wash their hands. So I think it's either you have a lazy employee or you don't, and you just have to have proper management and protocol in place that will enforce that stuff. So
it all stems from management.
Yeah,
yep.
It's
absolutely.
It was a lot of people prefer to see people with bare hands, actually. So
yeah. A lot on your page did, the ones I was looking at. I'm
not your musical guest, by the way.
I'm sorry?
I'm not your musical guest, by the way. I know it's
I know. I have so much still to talk about, but just real quick, I want people to go to your online store, which is, I don't have that on the thing. It's
DuganandDame.com.
DuganandDame.com. Now, one of the things about restaurant owners is, and many of you found this out, the harsh reality is you can't make money in the restaurant business unless your doors are open.
Correct.
You have to be open. Unless you're selling sauces or something online, you can't generate revenue. So being the innovative entrepreneur that you are, you opened an e-com store last year with your wife, Angela, and it's called Dugan and Dame. And you sell really cool.
A line of like artisanal food products. It started out with everything from, we curate, we work with different farmers out in California for olive oils and things like that. We import some wonderful vinegars and some spices. And because of the business that we're in, I will say it's slowly moving towards more of a focus in cocktail accoutrements like tonics and bitters, things like that. So the good and the bad is we've established a nice brand. We're doing okay online, but our primary customer is the restaurants down here in South Florida. So many of our local restaurants carry our products and their cocktails, and we felt it as soon as they went down as well. So it certainly was a.
You'll figure it out. You
Right?
always do. You always do.
Yeah.
Vaughan, Dugan, thank you so much for your time today. I know you've been on like this show and that show, and you're on the Post, and you're in the news, and you're everywhere. So this time with me today, I truly appreciate, because I know you got a lot of work to do.
I'm not just saying this; those are fun, and those are we appreciate all the press and whatnot. But this was fun for me. So.
All right. Well, take care, everybody. Kapow's open. Donna's open.
Dubliner will be open this weekend as well.
Excellent. Oh, okay. That's great to know. And, find everything on Facebook. That's the best way to see what's going on, because you guys are really good with your social.
Yep. Subculture Restaurant Group. Obviously, you can go check us out on online.
Okay. Hey.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
HospitalityHelpingHands.org is the website if you want to make a donation to help Rodney and Vaughan and their nonprofit to feed hungry people in the area, which is not going away anytime soon. I'm Taylor Morgan. You're watching Tayste Local. And my next guest, oh boy, do you remember? By the way, I want to say hi to Maria, and your Greek cousin, before we get to that. I'm so sorry. Oh, I just lost something. No, I'm still here. And Constance, hello. Jill, happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, I'm so 45 looks good on you. Joseph says you're turning 29 again. Yes, for like the third time. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Just in case you got here late, we're going to go on Wednesday next week, Wednesday at 2:00, because they're doing fire drills in my building. And of course, we'd be in the middle of the show going, so that's not going to be good. Raise your hand, how many people remember licking your fingers at the old Bobby Rubino's on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard back in the day in West Palm Beach, and taking that onion ring loaf? We used to go there with my parents and loved it so much. There was nothing better. And there were locations back in the day. They opened in 1978. There were locations from Miami to New York. And then one by one, they just started closing. But there was one that stayed open. Well, actually, there was two. The Stuart was open until the 90s. And Pompano, which is still here. And Tom and Allison Lawler, they were friends with the people who owned the Pompano location. And Tom loved their ribs so much that every time he would move, he would have his friend who owned Bobby Rubino's in Pompano ship him ribs. And then one day, those two crazy kids decided to move to the Treasure Coast and open up the old Bobby Rubino's. And they did it about a year ago, celebrated their 1-year anniversary in December. And then in March, kaboom, this whole thing happens. So maybe they want to go back to, maybe it wasn't such a great idea after all. I don't know. Let's ask Allison Lawler right now. It's Bobby Rubino's is a part of history, and you are making it not go away. Thank you so much for being with us today. How are you?
Hi, Taylor. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I gotta say it. That's a tough act to follow from Vaughan. What an amazing, we watched the whole thing, and that's awesome. So hats off to them. That's the positive that comes out of this.
Hats off to every single restaurant owner that has gone through sheer and utter hell.
Yes.
And come through the other side. But here's a question I was going to ask Vaughan, but I'll ask this to you instead.
Sure.
The perception of the general public right now is, oh, the restaurants are open. Yay. Everybody's back in business. This is so great. That's the perception. But the reality is you need to fight even harder right now to stay open. It's not like we made it through, now we're going to be open for the rest of time. This is like a new beginning to see how long time is going to be, because people think, oh, now we don't have to support local because they're open. Can you please talk about that?
Yeah, so that's the hard part. And the tricky part is that, this all came upon us. And one day the governor stepped in and said, you got to shift to takeout. Well, we had built a takeout area. It was bringing in a couple of orders a day, and we completely shifted to takeout, curbside, contact-free, safety, safety, safety. But then at some point, you have to shift back to open up inside because your customers, they want to get back out when they feel it's comfortable. And you're right, 25%, and we understand protocols, health inspections, healthy reasons, all of that, sanitizing, we get that. But that's not enough. And so we really need the local communities to continue to support us in any way that they can. So for us, what we decided is we did a really good job with curbside. Contact free, we made it convenient, we wore masks, we wore gloves, we did everything that we could. And we offered promotions, and we were here, as tough as that was, every day. We brought in a slim team, but now we got to get people to feel comfortable to come back inside because, again, we really need local support. And up here in the Treasure Coast, it's hard because we opened our restaurant a year ago. We were planning on the season to kick in. There was a hotel that opened up next door to us. That went away. And then everybody, that's up here just stayed home. So they tried to support local restaurants, but it's very difficult. So we are a small family-run restaurant. My husband and I, we got on the phones, we took the orders, we ran to the cars. We have a 24-year-old who came back from her job. She jumped in, our kitchen manager, our little cooks in the kitchen that helped out. We said, we're going to do everything we can so that we can keep the doors open. Your opening monologue was true. The doors being open helped, but the sustainability has to be the next piece of it. And so we waited the first week, like everybody else, and said, let's see what happens. And we'll open up this week, which we did Tuesday. And it's been slow because there's people that are afraid. They're uncomfortable. They're not sure about going back to restaurants. We had a lot of customers that said, please don't get rid of curbside. And we said, absolutely not. We run the curbside really well. So we're going to do that. But the local community support for small businesses like ours is critical to our success to move forward.
So 25%, what is the maximum capacity indoors? You don't have outdoor seating. So you are
right, correct. And we're not allowed to have the bar counter open. So we have 12 tables. I don't know if you could see behind me, but we've got caution tape up there.
That's what they did at Vanity. Yep.
We're doing everything we can, but we've got 6 feet distancing. We've got tables. We've got the dining room split into multiple locations. We're wearing masks. I listened to Vaughan's explanation about the gloves. We totally agree. We understand. We're doing the same thing. When our team comes through the door, they're tested. We're asking them questions, washing hands, changing gloves. You just have to do it. The customers have to feel comfortable.
Yeah. So you went down from how many seats to how many seats as 25%?
Over 220 down to 12 tables. No bar counter.
12 tables.
Correct.
This is what I mean, people. This is what I mean. A restaurant can't make it doing 12 tables. I mean, and what do you do? 3 turnovers? Or
we try. We slimmed our hours because, again, people only go out for a short period of time. We did the same thing. We changed our menu to incorporate things. Look, we have signature items that customers love. The onion loaf, the ribs, the prime rib. We're known for those things. Yeah. So what we did, we made, my husband, he jumped right on. Let's do a placemat disposable. We got that. It's convenient. Everything is rolled silverware. We set the tables. But you got to social media. This is a wonderful outlet for us. You got to get word out. We're open. We're ready for you to come back. We're taking the precautions. Trust us. Support us. The chambers have been amazing. There's a lot of Facebook groups up here in the Treasure Coast that started that are willing to share. They understand the financial burden that we have. It's hard for us to advertise. It's just limiting. So anything that's for free, we have to take, but that's the way that word spreads. And that's what we're hoping for, is that more people say, hey, let's continue to support them, because when things go back to whatever normal looks like at some point, if it is big boxes, it won't be the same. This is a small little Treasure Coast. Stuart is so unique up here. So that's what we hope. And we hear it every day. And we figured, you know what? You got to get back in. You got to jump back into the game, open up, and slowly you hope that you get the customers coming back. We've got a lot of calls from customers supporting us. We've got a lot of people out of work, and they can't. But they say, we hope you guys do well. We're doing everything we can, whatever you need. And so we understand that. That's like an arm around you that you need during this time too. So we'll take anything, but we really, really hope that the customers know that we're working hard for their safety, the cleanliness, the sanitization, and that our team here is committed to helping them to come in and have a great dining experience.
So you know what's the best way to sell food, Allison? Show pictures.
That's
So
awesome.
let's see what we've got.
Okay. Oh, Bobby Burger. Build your own. You name it, you can put it on it.
Look at that burger. Are you
Yep.
kidding me? That's like that's the most photogenic burger I've ever seen.
Crinkle cut fries. Oh,
Oh,
shortcake, brownie sundae. Those are popular items in the restaurant. Customers love those. We've trained our team to walk through the dining room with the goblet, so that everybody turns their head.
absolutely.
French onion soup. That's a favorite for a long time. Yeah, homemade. It's delicious, crispy crop. The top. So yeah, that's definitely a favorite of customers. And like you mentioned, there's the onion loaf. That's a traditional thing that's been going on for 40 years. The customers love it. They call us all the time. As we tell the customers that have come back to Bobby Rubino's in Stuart after a close all those years ago, it's a signature item. They remember it. They come in, they smell it, they put it in their mouth, they eat it all, they lick their fingers. So that's definitely a #1 seller in the restaurant.
Yes.
So that's here. Yeah, customers love it.
And there's the prime rib every night, right?
Every night it's cooked. We've got the French dip off of that. We've got the barbecue beef sandwich off of that. Customers love it. The au jus, the horseradish. I mean, they just absolutely love it, and we appreciate it, and they like that we have it available, which is the other thing. This is not a Friday between 4 and 6. This is every night. Give us a call, and that's been the nice thing about the takeout. We learned how to do takeout really well. We've got the delivery companies helping us because we don't deliver, but the customers call up. We take their information over the phone. We schedule a time, take their car. They see us working really hard. Their support on that has been tremendous. But again, we got to keep this thing going. We got to get them to come back in because that's really what we need. And again, hopefully that we all get back to adding more guests to the dining experience. That will help.
People do inherently want to support local, and they don't want to see local restaurants go. And I've got Lisa texted on Facebook. Allison, I'd take a ride to support you from Jupiter. Is there somewhere that we could picnic near you? Not comfortable coming into the store yet.
Oh, absolutely. Stuart, Martin County has great parks. We got Sandsprit Park. There's down by the bridge. There's lots of open space up here. They're all open. And you could go and you could picnic. A lot of people do that, which is really, really good. Palm City, we're close. We're right on Federal Highway. So thank you. That's awesome. We love that. We would love to do that. We had customers that came from, I'm trying to think the other day. I think they came from Riviera Beach. They were here. They ate.
It's like 25 minutes, if that.
They took the food. They sat in the parking lot. They came in the other night. They called up. They said, we had to come up to buy a computer because nothing's open down here. They came in last night. They sat in a booth. They were enjoying the experience. Tom was bartending last night because you do what you got to do. Yeah. And they said, you know what? We absolutely loved the meal last week. That's what makes you open the doors every day for customers like that. So if she wants to come up, give us a call. We'd love to do it. I just want customers to know we're a little funky up here. We play 70s music in the restaurant. I do the playlist. We're dancing around. We had some live music, but that's changed. But yeah, we have a great team. They're committed. Everybody's seasoned. Everybody's really great with the customers. And so they really enjoy that. So come on up. Come on in.
You got to keep the Bobby Rubino's tradition alive, and you can't do it alone. You can't do it without people wanting to eat those delicious baby. I didn't see the baby backs.
Yeah, we need those. Oh, there you go. There it is. That's it. Homemade coleslaw and the traditional sweet potato, which customers love. And I will tell you though, we also got a lot of new customers that gave us a try during this time. They called up, they took takeout. We had several of our businesses that supported local charities like House of Hope. They bought lunch for them. I mean, you can't cater anymore, right? When it's no group setting, but they did that, and that was awesome. We were more than willing to come in early and get those meals out. For Mother's Day, we cooked turkey dinners. We pre-ordered. We delivered to people that were older that couldn't come out. So we're willing to do whatever we can to help out and get food out. It's a staple item. It's a signature item. But yeah, absolutely. The support is necessary and needed. And just know we're doing everything we can to keep you safe. And when you're ready, give us a call.
And so go look at BobbyRubinos.com. There's Pompano and there's Stuart. You are at the Stuart location.
We own the Stuart
Not
location.
open yet.
Yes.
And you got some specials that people can find on your Facebook page.
Absolutely. Every day we've got our buy one, get ones. We've got 2 for $25, which is our onion loaf. We're doing buy one, get one half, happy hour. We're running different promotions and specials all the time. We're doing everything we can to help support the community too, so that they can give us a try and continue to give us a try. So yeah, give us a call. Come on in and see us. We're here. And
Phone's ringing. Yay.
We love it. Thank you.
Allison, Lawler, hey, you and Tom, we give you our best, and we know that people will come and support you because now they know that it's not a chain, it's a family operation, keeping the tradition alive.
Absolutely. And local dines, we love it. We're looking forward to it. We're more than happy to get the customers in. So give us a call. And thank you, Taylor. Have a wonderful birthday. Thank you for the support ongoing. You and Judy. Judy was amazing. She called me. She came in. She said this is a good path to take, and we hope to get that back up and running again too.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Take care. Have a great week. And everybody, Bobby Rubinos. Bye-bye. All right. My not last guest. I have a special surprise guest at the end who I don't know what it is, and I better hurry up because we might not be able to stick around. Whoever it is, it. But my next guest, Kenny Gibbs, and his wife Rachelle, have over 25 years in the restaurant biz, and with their son Billy, they had major success at their Twisted Tuna in Fort Salerno, which is in Stuart. They sold the location in 2018, and they decided to expand to Palm Beach County. Now, if you've driven by on US 1 in Jupiter, you might have noticed that there's a new build out where the beach house was, and everybody's excited that Twisted Tuna is coming there. In the meantime, they were kind of bored, so they just said, we'll take the old Carmine's Grill and we'll open it up to a new place called FireFin Grill, which they did. 4 months later, boom, the bottom falls off the world, and they made the very, very painful decision to close FireFin when this whole thing happened in March. They didn't even open for takeout, but they've been busy working every day. They've been repainting, and it's open now again this week for dine-in, carry-out, and delivery. And let's say hi to Kenny Gibbs, who is at FireFin right now. What a ride, Kenny! Hi. Oh, and Rachelle too. Oh, can you hear me? Is there a delay? I don't know if they can hear me. Ruby, might have to have you fly in. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hi Taylor, I'm here. Let's try and fix this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna fly them out and then put them back in. Give me one second.
Okay. So they've been.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, wait, where'd they go? What happened?
I see. Okay.
There we go.
I think we're here.
Can you hear me?
Hi. I can hear you now.
Okay, good. It's like a Verizon commercial or something. You guys are over at FireFin, right?
I can hear you now.
Oh boy, it's kind of freezing. They're freezing up. Oh no, don't do this to me.
And this was going so well, Taylor. And I had them here for sound check too. All right, let's see. Hang on. Let me text Kenny and have him log back in.
Okay.
But in the meantime, do you want to play the video that we have?
Yes. Let me just set that up. One of the things, FireFin, the name FireFin is actually a nickname of the lionfish. And if you don't know about lionfish, it's a predator, and it eats all the good fish in the ocean. And we need the good fish, the grouper, the snapper, stuff like that. But it's taken over our reefs, and we need to do something to the lionfish. And the best thing to do is eat it. So there are people out there catching lionfish, and that is one of their specialties at FireFin. So we're going to take a look at the Florida scuba divers. Rachel McGinnis and John Dickinson. This is their video. Very, very cool how they do it. It's a delicious, mild fish. The lionfish can be caught all over Florida, eating up the reefs. We need to eat up eating up the good fish. We need to eat the lionfish, and you can get it at FireFin Grill, which opened last November. I'm not sure if we have Kenny and Rachelle yet. Maybe we do.
Hi.
Are we back?
Yay!
Yay!
You can hear me. How are you guys doing? You're back. You're back.
We're back. Yes,
What was
we're
it
open.
like?
We opened Tuesday. It was our first day back.
Yeah. And you were closed the whole damn time, right?
We closed the whole time. Yep.
Jeez. But you weren't not working because you're not slackers.
No, we were working the whole time.
So right behind you, I can kind of see the beautiful. And what is that? Like an old pizza oven, or like not an old pizza oven? But tell me what.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's a big copper oven that's been here since the Carmine days. So we tried cleaning it. We had professionals come out and clean it, and we just couldn't get it back to the original, shape that it was in. So we decided to paint over it, which was kind of a crazy idea. People thought that was, nuts and couldn't be done. But we did end up covering it. And thankfully, luckily enough, Carrie Chen, he's a marine artist, was here in town and was actually able to do a mural for us, which came out amazing. So
okay, hold on a second, Kenny. I have the before picture and I have an after picture. So Ruby, if you could throw up the before picture. That's before. So we've got the copper, and then you painted it blue, or is that when? Oh no, this is during.
That's during. That's actually the painters who are painting our restaurant in Jupiter, Twisted Tuna. They actually were able to cover it and paint it blue and put the foundation layer on there for Carrie Chen to do his mural.
Now watch after. It is unbelievable, stunning. I mean, oh my God, what a focal piece that is.
He did an amazing job. I mean, with a paintbrush in his hand, he just keeps going. It's really something to see.
Look, I mean, it's all undersea stuff with the octopus on the top, and there's the lionfish right in the middle. How long did it take him to do that?
It was almost 2 weeks, about 2 weeks to complete. Every day we came in, he had something new there. It was just amazing to watch and see. It really was.
Oh, well, we're so glad you're open. I just played the video. I don't know if you saw it with the lionfish, and that's your signature dish over there at FireFin, which is named for the lionfish.
Yep.
Are people hesitant to eat it because they don't know what it is, or are they adventurous and they go, "Oh my God, this stuff is unbelievable"?
I think most people are pretty adventurous. There's a lot of interest around it. People aren't really aware of it. And we really like explaining it. We like bringing out why we have it, why we named the restaurant FireFin Grill. Years ago when we started Twisted Tuna in Port Salerno, we hosted a lot of fishing tournaments. And during one of the fishing tournaments, we had a lionfish roundup. And that's when we became aware of how invasive this species has been to our coral reefs and our ecosystem. So we thought, this would be a great name and a great basis of our menu to have here at FireFin Grill. It's a delicious fish too.
Yes, I've tasted lionfish, and it really is excellent. It's a nice, mild white fish, and you do it in a variety of ways.
We do.
But it's not just a seafood restaurant. FireFin Grill, you think it's just seafood. No, you've got steaks and ribs and all kinds of yum going on.
That's right. We took Carmine's Ocean Grill menu, and we expanded it and added our favorites and our traditional menu dishes. We have sushi here. We do pasta dishes, some Italian favorites. We do steaks, chops. It's a much larger menu.
Well, we're really glad you're back and you're open, and you've. I feel so bad because we're running out of time, and I have to make it to 3 o'clock. You also have so much going on over the Twisted Tuna. Now, this is big, big, big news, because this was a place that has so much history. It was the old beach house. It was Sugar Cane Island Grill. And nobody seemed to be able to do anything with it. It was an old, tired building. And then along comes Kenny and Rachelle and your son, Billy, and several $1 million and, and a whole bunch of bees. And a whole bunch of bees. Talk about the bees, Rachelle. What happened?
Well, we found them, and they had built a huge hive.
Billy found them in the wall.
Yeah. And did you guys want to exterminate them, or did somebody say no, let's call a beekeeper?
Well, we definitely didn't want to exterminate them. We actually know we were selling some local honey for years, and we know a local beekeeper. So we know about the bees and how important they are to our food and our ecosystem and everything. So we knew we did not want to exterminate them. So we contacted a beekeeper right away to see if we can relocate them.
The beekeeper happens to be a friend of mine. And Ruby, if you could show the picture, the beekeeper is Al Salopek, who used to own Two Bazaar.
Yep, that's right.
He had one of the most successful restaurants in Palm Beach County, and then he went off to raise bees. And that's his passion now. I mean, he showed me his whole setup that he has out of his house and everything. Oh, he's an amazing guy. He got rid of the 75 pounds of and honeycomb.
Yep.
And since then, now what's going on? You were supposed to open like March.
Yeah, we were getting ready to open, and then all this hit. So it slowed everything down there. The town of Jupiter basically came to a standstill. So we have a great team within our own organization. We have great management and great staff. So they all kind of pulled together, and we've been doing a lot of it ourselves, as much as we can do. It was hard to get materials at this time, and so it's been slow. But we're about 30 days out now from opening there. So we're getting very close. Very excited. Do we have
somebody over there with a phone?
We do, I think. It's our son, Billy. Is he on?
If you could bring Billy in for 1 second. He's over at, okay, this is the old Sugar Cane Island Grill. Going to be the new Twisted Tuna. That's not it?
That's it.
Okay, that's it. Sorry. That's going to be the new Twisted Tuna, about 30 days out. And you guys have sunk some big money into this. Gutted everything.
Everything, top to bottom. And Billy has been there every day for almost, over 6 months now. And he's built a lot of that himself. You see the fish railing. He's done all that himself. He's done the landscaping with the help of our staff. He's doing a lot of it himself. It's amazing what he's been able to do there.
Looks beautiful. And it was always, look at the veranda. I love that building so much. It was always it had great bones,
Absolutely. We added an elevator to bring it up to code and ADA compliant, and we have an elevator to the second floor. We remodeled the entire thing. I mean, we took out the floors. It was down to dirt and studs, really.
Wow. Wow. We are so excited. When you guys reopen, I want to have you back on because we're short on time. But I just want to let everybody know that FireFin open now with indoor and outdoor dining. You're right on the marina. If anybody remembers, but everybody's been to Carmine's Ocean Grill. That's FireFin now.
That's right.
Anything you want to say to people to let them know what you got going on?
Well, I just want to wish you a happy birthday real quick. And we just want to say we're very, very thankful to our staff that stayed with us. This has been a very trying time for all of us, and we've really pulled together, and they've been amazing. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. We're thankful for our customers that are coming back. I know it's scary. It's a scary time right now, but we'll all get through it together. We're very optimistic that we will get through this.
And like I said, and like I said to Allison, this is not. I mean, you guys weren't open the whole time. Many restaurants were. You decided to, regroup, figure out the best protocol. You have bartenders wearing masks. I know we have a picture of that.
Right.
But so this is the new temporary normal for you.
That is correct. We do have outdoor seating, a lot of outdoor seating. We are doing the social distancing. We've implemented all of the safety protocol and cleaning measurements. Our staff has been amazing here. We've been cleaning for every day. This is the cleanest restaurant I've ever seen in my life.
All my restaurant owners have said that. People are going to be walking into the cleanest restaurant ever.
It really is. and it's fully remodeled. You know, we took the time, we painted, we redid the lighting, we did some things that we couldn't do when we first opened. So we're ready
to begin with. I can't wait to see it now. And again, I'm sorry we're short on time, but we'll take another tour. We'll have you back, okay? Because you guys know this business inside and out. Very, very successful. And I know you're going to make it. I know you're going to make it onto the other side. And
thank you.
Opening a restaurant in summer is hard enough, but you guys know what you're doing, and we're going to.
And our hats off to Vaughan and Rodney and everybody at Subculture. What they're doing is truly amazing and remarkable. We did end up donating to them, and we were very, very happy to do that. And it's just amazing what they've been able to do. Really,
I love the camaraderie amongst the Palm Beach County chefs and restaurant owners. That's what it's all about. I mean, it sucks that it took this to bring, some people who didn't know each other together. I don't know if you guys did them before, but I've seen rivals become friends.
Yes, it's true.
Really cool. So best wishes to you guys. FireFin opening at 4 o'clock?
Yes, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. FireFin Grill right there. There's the website. Go support them. Eat some great lionfish and eat lots of it.
We've got plenty of it. Thank you,
Take
Taylor.
care, guys. Thanks for being on the show.
Bye-bye.
Sweetheart. Thank you so much. All right. I'm Taylor Morgan. This is Tayste Local. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, we're going late, but it's earlier than our normal late. So that's kind of a good thing. Ruby.
Taylor.
Surprise, go home. I don't know if the surprise was even able, whoever the surprise is.
I have a surprise. Of course I have a surprise. Your birthday is tomorrow. I had to do a surprise. So this is funny because now I get to take over as host for a second, give a little intro. I'm taking your job, Taylor.
I have to put my birthday hat on. Hang on a second.
Of course. I will hold.
Hey, there's my birthday hat.
All right. So
go.
So we may be from different states. For those who don't know, I'm producing from Nashville, but I usually live in New York City full time, but I'm quarantined in Tennessee with my family. So we may be from different states, but we share a mutual love for a very talented individual. And it's one of the first things that we talked about when we first started working together. I know him from years ago at the Berlin Jazz Club in New York City, and you know him from concerts in Florida and from Legends Radio, and I know you went to one of his concerts a few years ago for one of your birthdays. And so the gears in my head started turning, and I thought, well, what can I do for her birthday surprise? And he is truly one of the best vocalists. I'm so excited that he's here on Tayste Local for your birthday surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nicolas King.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my
How's it going?
Oh my God.
I've been loving watching this program. Goodness, now I just want to go get some lionfish. I've been thinking about it. I've never had it.
Oh God, when you come down here again,
we're going on a tour.
Are you going to be back down here?
You know what? I have a plan to be down in August, but with everything happening, everything's sort of up in the air, but I'm hoping to get there sooner than later.
Well, you usually spend a lot of time. I can't even believe I'm talking to Nicolas King. This guy opens for Liza Minnelli, people.
Well, I'm so happy to see you. You're looking good. I like that day 937.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it?
It does feel like it. It feels like double that.
I've been watching you with Renzi do your thing from his house.
Yes, we've been doing it from Newport because I'm like Ruby. I'm here with my family. I'm in Rhode Island at the moment. And because Mike Renzi lives only about 45 minutes away, I've been able to sneak over there maybe once a week or so and film some things and record some stuff. And we've been having just a great time.
It's given me so much pleasure and joy watching that on day 937, even when it was only day 221 or something. Knowing that on Wednesday nights I could watch my Nicolas King.
I'm so glad you can catch it. We did another one last night, which was really fun. And what's been really exciting is because we both live, in proximity to each other. We've been finishing up a brand new album, which is kind of neat because that stuff takes a long time to do. But we figured, what else do we have to do? We're all just home twiddling our thumbs. So we figured we would, finish a new record. So we've been busy, Taylor. We've been very, very busy.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you have the website, the Nicolas King with no H.
With no H. And it would have just been Nicolas King, but someone bought that domain already, so I had to go with the. Who knew?
What about the .net? Couldn't you do the .net?
That was taken. All the Nicolas King iterations were all taken.
Oh my God, I hate when that happens.
I think someone bought them up. But anyway.
And then now they're trying to get money out of you.
No, I think that's exactly what's happening. That's all right.
Oh my God. I mean, for people who don't know, Nicolas King, I discovered you on Legends Radio.
Yes.
Legends is 100.3 FM, owned by Dick Robinson. Isn't he the most marvelous thing ever?
He's the most marvelous, and Rich and Jill are two of the coolest and most sweet souls on the planet. And
yes.
They're just that whole team. They're just awesome, and they play the best music around.
Yes, they do. And yours, including yours. And there was a song that you and Renzi did, and it was the Johann Sebastian Bach. I always forget.
Yeah. Pick Yourself Up.
Pick Yourself Up.
Yep.
The Mel Torme version,
yes,
which was phenomenal. And so after hearing that, after discovering you on Legends Radio, this is actually the second time you are my birthday present, because in 2016, when you played the Colony Hotel, my boyfriend and my best friend and her husband took me to see you, which happened to land on my birthday.
I remember that.
My heart is going like a million miles an hour.
Well, I'm so happy to see you. My goodness, it's been far too long.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we have these, this digital virtual way of connecting, and someone brilliant like Ruby who is just crushing it.
I just can't.
Producing skills. I mean, could you have a better producer? I don't think so.
No.
I just think it's just excellent. I think the opportunity to be together this way is it's a real blessing, I think, in these times.
So next time you come down to Palm Beach County, which is often normally when life is normal, we're gonna go to FireFin. We'll get some.
We're gonna get some lionfish.
Lionfish. We'll go to Pelican Cafe.
We'll go to all the places. We'll go to all the places.
And are you gonna sing for me?
I am. I've got something prepared for you, if that's all right.
Wait, hold on. I have to get my cake out.
Your what?
My faux birthday cake, which is a 70-calorie stupid bar. Okay, hang on a second, because I knew there was going to be something, and I have a faux candle.
Oh, that's very, very funny. Well,
It's actually
don't light it. We don't want to fire hazard here. No, but I've got a song for you that I think is cheerful and peppy on a day like today, when we all kind of need something to look forward to. And this is actually a song that was arranged by our buddy Charles Colello, of Florida. Well, he's a Jersey boy, one of the original Jersey boys, but he lives down in Boca Raton. And he and I work together all over the place down in Southern Florida. I think, did you come to one of those shows that we did? Have you been to one of those shows?
I was at the Boca Black Box where we did it. No, I was not there.
We're going to come to the next one. We're going to make sure of that. But it's been a blast working with him. I've known Charlie since I'm a baby. And when I opened for Liza the first time, when I was about 11 years old or so, I called Charlie for arrangements because I needed music. And Charlie wrote this beautiful arrangement up, and we recorded it with a big band. And it's going to be we just released it actually a couple of months ago online, but it's going to be on this new album that I was telling you about a little bit earlier. And it's from Sesame Street, of all places. And I think you're going to like it. It's called Sing. And Ruby, you let me know if the sound is good. I think it should be, but you can write to me and let me know if I need to do something differently. All right, Taylor, this one's for you. Here we go. Can you hear that all right? Cool. I think that's good. We'll figure it out. Sing. Sing a song. Sing out loud. Sing out strong. Yes, sing. Sing of good things, not bad. Sing of happy, not sad. Come on and sing. Sing a song. Just keep it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Come on and la 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, sing good things and not bad. You've got to sing of the happy, not sad. Yes, everybody, come on and sing me a song. You better keep it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing, come on and la 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 la. Just sing me a song. Because as long as you're singing and the world's alright, everything's swinging, sing me a happy song and make your own kind of music. Just keep on singing a song.
Best birthday present ever. King sing a song from Sesame Street because Renzi was.
Well, that's it too. Mike Renzi was the musical director for Sesame Street for over 12 years.
Exactly.
When I first met him, my very first words to him were, "You're the Elmo guy." And he said, "Well, yes,
Hi, Nick.
Tim Caruso's watching. Oh,
Actually,
speaking of amazing people, love that guy.
Rob Russell said hello too.
Oh, Rob.
Yep, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome.
Your New York and your Palm Beach crew. Rachelle just introduced you to her. I love this song. You are great. Yes, he is. He's been singing since he was like 1. You are on every single Jay Leno, everything. You have an amazing career.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's just nice to see you. You know, I think I miss people. You know, I miss getting to hug people. I miss just being in a room with other people, having conversations. And
yeah,
I will say I'm with my parents, and they're good conversationalists, so I'm never bored. And my father makes wine, and I know you appreciate this, Taylor. My father has vats and vats full of wine in the basement. He just recently bottled, so we're not at a loss for that or conversation. So it's good here. I like it here in Rhode Island. It's very good.
You have everything.
I have to bring you down a bottle next time I see you.
You have food, wine, and music.
What do I need?
That's it. That's all you need.
I know. I'll have to bring you a bottle next time I see you. I'm supposed to be down there in August. I think I'm playing the Delray Playhouse. Is that the place? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Delray
Playhouse.
Delray Beach Playhouse. I'm playing the Meisner something or other, the Meisner Jazz Club. I really should know this before.
That's
in Boca. Yep. So I'm playing those 2, and then I'm playing another one. I have those 3 dates in August.
It's still going to happen?
At the moment, nothing. It hasn't been canceled. So
okay, good.
We'll wait and see, but I'll definitely keep you posted. If I'm down there, I will would love to see and catch up and have some lionfish.
And you're great. You're fine.
Pop open a bottle of red.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I so appreciate you taking the time. I really
it's my absolute pleasure, and I'm just so happy to see you, and I can't wait to see you soon and give you a big, real hug, not just a virtual hug. But
yeah, the socially distanced stuff, it doesn't work for me.
It works for now, but we'll make up for it. We'll make up for it.
All right, Nicolas King, thank you so much.
And I love your playbills back there. It looks great.
Oh, isn't that awesome? I have like it's 20, 30 more that I have to get framed. I haven't done that yet.
I think I should do something like that too. I have a million of them and I never know what to do with them, but I can't throw them out. So I think you've inspired me.
I've had a box for years and finally did this, and I love it. It brings me joy.
Yeah, that's my next crafting idea. Now you've inspired me. I'm gonna do it now. I've been crafting. Now that I'm in, it's very strange. I've started to craft under quarantine now. I know. Who knew?
It's weird. I took my nails off. Is that crafting?
You wouldn't peg me as the crafting type, but apparently that's what I've become now under quarantine.
Well, put some pictures of what you're crafting on your Facebook page. I don't see them. What, are you making little shell necklaces and stuff?
No, it's more so. No. Like with memorabilia, you know, I save just about everything. So I save ticket stubs, I save invitations, I save pictures, I save everything from my career and every, you know, any show that I go to see. And
me too.
I'm a saver, and I've got books and books and books, and I've got a couple of them. Next time I see you, I'll show them to you. But we've been compiling some of them for this new album, because the album that I was telling you about that we're releasing is a retrospective look back at 25 years of recordings. And so I've been going through all this stuff and relearning about a lot of this stuff that I did, and that, you know, you just sort of not forget about, but you don't remember really. And so it's been kind of nice to go down memory lane and to take a look at some of this memorabilia, you know. So I'm scrapbooking it.
And when does it come out again? The album?
Hopefully in July. That's the push. That's what we're trying to get it for. But we'll see. You know, with this whole thing happening now, it's just a sort of delaying a lot of things. But at least I'm able to be close to the studio here to get some things finished, and we're hoping by July we should have a finished product in our hands.
The Nicolas King .com, because you couldn't get the regular one with the no the.
Exactly.
Thank you. Please be safe.
I'm glad to see you, and
we'll see you in August.
Yes, I hope so.
All right. Take care.
Thanks much for having me, and thank you, Ruby. You're the best.
Thank you for being my birthday present. I don't know where she is. She flew away.
Oh, I'm here. I'm pressing buttons. I just wanted to leave Taylor to do her thing.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you can find Nicolas Nights with Mike Renzi live from his house. It's just an amazing concert. He opened for Liza Minnelli and so many others. Thank you, Ruby.
You're welcome, Taylor. Was that a nice surprise?
Thank you. This is incredible. Okay, I have to collect my thoughts because hey, once again, we're running late. Next week, we're not going to be here on Tuesday. We're going to be here on Wednesday because they're doing a fire drill at my house, and we can't have that happen while we're live. But we're going to have Chef Alex Awad from Layla in West Palm Beach. We will have Eric Uji from Yo-Yo Asian Street Food in Port St. Lucie. We'll have Chef Thomas Neville over at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. And we'll have Lisa Mercado at Ravish in Lantana. My name is Taylor Morgan. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until we eat again, South Florida, stay safe, stay healthy, and support local.